This maple season's weather didn't do us any favors. A week ago we had almost a complete melt-off of all the snow cover, but a snowstorm hit during this past week and shut down the flow of sap. So a weekend intended to boil down sap creating syrup will turn into an improvised predator control weekend. With this being April already, this will probably be our last predator control hunt of this spring, as we would start concentrating on prepping for our turkey hunts and hopefully one last sap collection for maple syrup and then the cleanup of the gear from the syrup season next week. Getting ready for the coyote hunt tonight. We're gonna have a set close by here. We decided to keep the pressure of our uncomfortable presence for the coyotes on our 40-acre hunting parcel. Our trail cam data intel has shown almost a complete shutdown of concentrated coyote existence on our 40-acre vicinity, and we'd like to keep it that way. Alright, weapons of choice tonight. I'll be using the 243 and Craig will be using his AR-15. There we go. Okay, actually we're going to have our coyote set right here across the field. Craig talked to the farmer, we got permission, so we're going to set up excuse me, I don't know if you can see those birch trees back there. We're going to set back there, and our field of fire is going to be up this way, away from the trailer and the cars here, so we'll have a better field of fire going up that way. So hopefully we'll be successful tonight. And I'm in dark camo because, as you saw across the field sitting in that woods, it's dark up there, so we figured this will blend better than the winter camo, because with that blacker background you're going to stick out like a white blob sitting up out there. So we're wearing our regular camo, but like I said, I'm not really dressed for coyote hunting. I was planning on staying back tonight. I figured to get a coyote hunt in, but I'd stay back and I'd keep the fires going on the maple syrup. But as you heard earlier, there was no sap to collect from this week. It just wasn't warm enough up here for the week like it was down by us in southeastern Wisconsin. So I got into the 40s today, so hopefully it'll creep up into the 40s for the next week or so, and that sap will get running and we'll be making that liquid gold. But tonight we're out to try to save turkeys and deer. We want to take out a couple of yotes. So see you guys out there. Alright, heading out. At least we don't have to drive any place tonight. But
okay, there's a mount system. That's an easy pick. Don't shoot anything left of the mount system.
yep. What about one here by this tree and one over there?
Yeah.
Right by that.
Underneath that other pine over there.
Where? Further down?
A little further down.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
You want this one?
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Okay. Because I'm gonna put the rabbit in the call, the electronic call.
Yeah.
Further down to draw their attention off of us.
Gotcha. All right. He's gonna set up the call. Okay. All right. I'm gonna set up right here. Tuck in, and here's my field of vision. And Craig is gonna set up right there. He's putting the coyote call out right now. So. All right, I'm gonna get set up, and we'll be back with you shortly. Stick with us. Hopefully we get a yote. Get the decoy rabbit set up out here on the edge of the field. Craig is set up here. Dialing in, and I'm gonna get myself set up right now. ready to go. Craig's ready to go. We'll start the calling shortly. I don't know if you can hear those barks. They're behind us.
And ahead of us, it's at the pond.
Oh yeah? So, yep. We got some barking behind us. I don't know if we're picking that up. And Craig heard some beyond the pond. I don't know if you can see that little white mound out there. That's where the irrigation pond is. But I am certainly picking them up behind us. See if we can get some of that barking. I had spun the camera around facing behind me so that the microphone was pointed in the direction of the sound behind me. I never looked at the screen as I was watching the field in front of me, so this tree trunk fills up the entire screen. Unfortunately, there were no more coyote barks or yelps that the mic could pick up, but they were definitely still behind us. They sound a little closer behind us. Are those turkeys? We had turkeys putting behind us. Those turkeys are on the roost. And they're putting and purring like crazy up there. For a second, I think I pick up a dark shadow in contrast against the white snow-covered background. But after a scope check, I came up with nothing. The coyotes behind us have been quiet for 10 minutes or so. Maybe they're circling around and they'll come out into the field, trying to get downwind of us. All right. Stick with us. I don't know how much longer we got light to shoot, but stick with us. It was getting so dark, it was getting to the point where I don't think I feel confident in taking a shot anymore. I don't have any night vision gear along this weekend as we were supposed to be boiling sap and not predator hunting. But I'll sit here with Craig. He has a night vision scope on his AR-15, but I don't think I'm going to be doing any more shooting. You can see the moon starting to crest over the trees. I think we're going to stick this out. We're going to see how much more light we get once that moon comes up over the trees. Cast some light on this white snow. We're going to stick around for a while. Stick with us. Well, here he comes. It was amazing. It really was. We had a lot of action right off the bat. Unbelievable turkeys, yotes. But you know what? We're going to drop this gear a little bit here, get comfortable, and we're going to do an analysis of the hunt. We'll be right with you. All right, so little synopsis of today's hunt. We got out there, got set up, like I said before, and right away we had coyotes howling from behind us. I turned the camera around that way. I'm not sure if we picked up the sound or not of them, but they were responding right away. And then within 5 minutes, we started hearing the turkeys, eh?
Yeah.
And
well, we had them behind us. We had the coyotes behind us, and then we had them across the field where I expected them to be.
That's right.
And that was, I would say there was 2 to 3 coyotes in each pack, and they both howled right at the same time, almost at the same time, as soon as we started calling.
Yeah. It was pretty exciting. We got fired up. I know I did for my first experience that close. I mean, I've been out with Craig before a handful of times, but never the level of response as we had tonight. And then when those turkeys started, we were just talking. We were kind of wondering, you know, they're obviously roosted already, and were they just cackling to each other? But it kind of moved around, and we were both talking about the possibility that maybe the yotes were underneath and they were warning and talking to each other, eh?
I fully expect that, yeah. Because too many times when I've been out there hunting, I've had them, I'll be calling, and they'll circle in behind me, and it's just got nothing to do with the wind. You can try and set up for the wind, but they're going to stay in the cover, and I'm guessing the ones behind us might have worked their way in and stirred up the turkeys that had roosted behind us.
Yeah, that was intense. I'll say that much. But it started getting dark, and I don't know if I mentioned it on camera before, but it got to the point where I was uncomfortable taking a shot at that point, and I was thinking about walking over by Craig, and then I saw the moon start cresting on the top of the trees. I thought we both figured we'd wait it out and see what happened, but yesterday there was less cloud cover. We had a lot more moonshine. on the ground with the white snow. But today we had some cloud cover, and it just, even with the moon coming up, a full moon, it just, I don't know if you felt comfortable. I mean, maybe out to 25 to 50 yards, I'd feel comfortable. If
Yeah, as long as the whole coyote would have dropped his silhouette below the snow line.
Yeah.
You know, as long as I had a full silhouette of the coyote, because I knew where I was shooting into my woods, and I know exactly what's in my woods. I know where the house is. I know where my neighbor that we were allowed us to hunt off of his land to shoot into my woods. I know where his irrigation system is, so I was comfortable with a shot, but it would have had to been silhouetted because I just couldn't see. And like Leon said, I was hoping for the moon to do something good, but it just stayed behind the clouds, just enough. And even then, I don't think it would have been high enough in the air to really give us a good silhouette.
So this is just a little synopsis of what we thought happened with those turkeys and with the yotes. And like I said, in a handful of times I've been out with Craig, this has been the most intense response action, let's say, that we have gotten. Other times we've sat all day, never heard anything. We come walking out and we're picking up yote tracks behind us. They came in behind us, caught our scent as they moved around, and we never even knew they were there till we were leaving. Yeah. So for me, this was a pretty exciting hunt. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. We didn't know it that night, but we did find out days later that another neighboring member of our area's quality deer management program had previously taken out 3 coyotes on an adjacent property. He also took their pelts to process and sell. So our push on the predator control was having at least a net gain effect in our immediate hunting area. Now, although we didn't harvest the coyote, we were absolutely positive that they either scented us or they saw something they didn't like as they covertly worked their way towards and then around our setup. Now, hopefully, our continued harassment presence in this area will get them to move on. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next episode. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos on my channel. A big thank you for that. Now, feel free to comment below, or if you don't want your comments available in the public eye, we can also be reached at Rapant Outdoors 360 at gmail.com. And if you know a friend you think may enjoy this video series, please feel free to share this with him or share our link. And always, whether you fish or hunt, make sure you practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that there are resources available for future generations. We'll see you on the next video. In the meantime, remember, subscribe, like, comment, and share.